everybody. So cool that you could join. I'm Katherine Barkman. I'm a ballerina with the Washington Ballet, and today I will be sharing with you some ballerina workout, which I technically would do on a normal day, and we get to also do it at home because of everything that's going on. I hope that you're all staying safe and staying healthy, and also staying positive and continuing to dance no matter where you are, what's going on, or what's in your mind. That's all good. So today let's just work on some strengthening, stretching. I know there's a lot of ballet classes happening right now, which I'm sure you're all gonna do as well, but I'd like to share a little insight into what I do every day for conditioning, because that's super, super, super important. I don't usually use weights or any props unless I have them. You know, yoga balls are good. Resistance bands and stuff are also good. But for today, we're just going to keep it nice and basic and muscle oriented. So you'll be using your own weight. So we'll start. It looks like we have a good amount of people on here, which is so cool. Basically, let's just stretch together. Everything will basically be on the floor. So if you have a towel, yoga mat, just something to keep you comfortable so it's not too hard. And then I'll explain kind of what I'm going to do, and we can just work together. Does that sound good to everybody? Yes? At the end of this, it'll probably be about 40 minutes. And then I can answer some questions if you have any, and we'll just, yeah. All right, so let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna go back here. Hope you can still hear me. So I always start sitting up. Just relax your hamstrings and let's bend forward on the ground. You can keep your feet flexed. Stretch your back, stretch your hamstrings, work your hyperextension if possible. Yeah, and a little turn out of the feet, and point, and come back up, and flex, and point, and then go down with a pointed foot. Really stretch. Good. Now we can take one foot and cross. This will work your hips a little bit more, and you can bend forward, and come up with a flex, and bend forward again. And up, yes. Same thing with the other leg. This just helps to increase. If this is too much for you, you can try to just put the foot on the inside of this leg. Really work your knees in this stretch, yes. And bend forward, little turn out. Always stretch in, turned in, and turned out position, and flex and point it. That's what I find works the most range of muscle in the body. Okay, and one last good stretch to the front. Okay, so now let's do, with flexed feet, we'll put the arms in first, and we're gonna go flexed, arms go up. They turn out and they go second, they point, they come first, and then we go in. So flex and side and point, turn in. Up, use your arms, and point, turn in. Really hold your stomach and your abs. And if you can get your heels off the floor, great. Yes? And we'll do a few more of these. Really using all of your hips muscles and your stomach muscles. And then let's reverse. So, turn out, point, and flex, come up, and point. Turn out, and flex, and up, and point. Turn out, and flex, and up, and point. Last one, and flex, and up, and point. Yeah. So you should already feel all of these muscles working, and your underarms are engaged, yes? Okay, so one more good stretch forward. Those are really useful for our turnout, which I always need to work on. So now let's get into a straddle, side split, yes. Again, let's try not to just keep our knees relaxed. If you can engage all of the muscles. It's not just relaxed stretching, yeah? So we're gonna bend to the side with flexed feet. Keep this hip on the floor. Don't let it come up. You shouldn't see any space. And then come back up. Working your arms. Side. And come back up. Feel your posture. Side. Come back up. And the other side again. And come back up. Now let's do the same thing but pointed feet. I think you can see my foot. Side. And up. Again, work to keep this hip. Don't let it come up. Side and up. Side and up. And side and up. Okay. Now let's relax forward. If you can try to not let everything turn in, hold your turn out and stay forward. Now you can practice going in and then turning them out, and let your heels go, your toes come forward and then push them back up. Toes come forward, push them back up, toes come forward. Now just relax and stretch. If you can't stay in this position, you can hold yourself up. If that works better for you, again, adjust, modify. It's about gradual improvement every day. So nothing too much too soon, yes? Good. So a little stretch forward. All right, how are we doing? Good? Let's see. Okay, we look like we're doing good. Awesome. So now we're going to go on our backs, and this is just like usually a good warm-up before class, or if you have an extra rehearsal later in the day, or if you're at home, which we are right now, so let's do it. First, we're going to start with stretching the hamstrings, and this is good for our extensions, our adagios, and lifting our legs. So first, we will just go to passe, come up, and let's hold the leg. If you can turn it out as much as you can, don't let it stay turned in. Really use your hips to turn it out, and pull towards your head as much as possible with that turned out position. So really stretching the inner hamstring. It's difficult. Then if you can open it up to the side and let it go all the way as far as possible, keeping this engaged. And we let it go all the way back down to first. And we're going to do the same thing with the other leg. Through passe, little développé. We can grab with our hands, and in that turned out position, we continue stretching toward our head. We don't let the hip come down. We keep the hip in. We don't let the hip go up. Keep the hip in. And pull. If you can, move it to the side. This is a little easier. And we let it go all the way down. Good. So now that we've stretched, we're going to do the same kind of thing, but without our hands. So we want to go through passe, keeping this leg straight, and développé to 90 degrees. Flex. Now we're going to turn in and turn out. And turn in, turn out, turn in, turn out, and a little bit raise the leg and point. Hopefully you can hold it through to passe. And then we're going to développé again to the front. A little bit higher if you can. Continue to raise through to passe. The knee goes back and raise. And this time we're going to flex and point all the way back down. Flex, point nice and turned out muscles using the inner thigh. Okay, now let's do the other side. So through passe, good turn out, 90 degrees. Flex. Turn it in and rotate. Turn it in and rotate. Turn it in and rotate. You should feel all these muscles working. And rotate. Point. Little bit higher. And we do through passe. You have to keep the bottom leg straight as well. And extend. Through to passe. And a little higher if you can go. Keeping the turn out. Through to passe. The highest. And then we will flex and point. all the way back down. Good. So now we're going to do the right leg again, through to passe and up. And this time we're going to roll to the side, keep this hip on the floor as far as it can go, and bring it all the way down. We go through passe and extend front. Keep it turned out, the heel to the ceiling, and all the way down. You can have your arms either to the side or on top of your head. Front, extend, all the way side, and come down. Last one. Passe, turn out, to the side, and all the way down. Now we're going to reverse, so it's going to go through the side, up to the front, into passe, and lower. Through the side, up to the front, through passe, and lower. Through the side, up to the front, through passe, and lower. Let's do one more. Side, and up, through passe, and lower. Same thing on the other side, okay? So, passe, extend, we go to the side, hopefully you can get it to the floor. If not, that's a good thing to work on. Through passe, extend front, extend side, keep this hip down, through passe, to the front, and extend, and lower, through passe, to the front, and extend, and lower. Done. So, side, up to the front, keeping the heel turned out, through passe, lower down. Through the side, and front, through passe, lower down. And the side, to the front, through passe, and lower, and last time, side, to the front, passe, and lower. Okay, shake your hips out a little bit. That's really hard, even for me every day. Okay, so now that we did développé, we're going to do some grand battements, which are a little bit more, with a little bit more force. So we're going to do 8 grand battements with the right leg and 8 grand battements with the left leg. So, here we go. Keep it turned out. And 1, and a 2, and a 3. You can put your hands on your hips to stabilize. 4, 5. Keep the bottom leg steady. 6, 7, 8. Okay, other leg. And up. 2, shoulders down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, good. So, now we're going to go on to our side. I will try to show. We're going to do the same idea. You can keep your arm here, or you can put both in third, which is what I like to do because it keeps me using my core and not just relying on my arm, but you can also start with it here. So, we're going to start the same way. Through développé, 290, and flex. Turn out, and a little bit. Turn out, and a little bit in. Turn out, a little bit in. Turn out, a little bit in. Point. Raise it a little bit. To passe. Raise it a little bit. Through passe. One more. Keep the knee up as if you were doing a développé à la seconde on center. Extend, and we're going to flex and point all the way down. Yes, through all of our foot. Now we're just going to do some développés. Développé. Check your passe. You can raise the bottom leg, put it down, and up, and lower. through passe. Check your supporting side. Extend up and lower. Through passe. Supporting side. And up and lower. Let's do one more. Supporting side and up and lower. Now grand battement. 8 grand battements to the side. Grand battement and close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to keep it behind your shoulder. 7, 8. Now through passe. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, little stretch. You can put your leg behind your other leg to stretch the hip flexor. Good. Now we're going to go to the other side. Yeah? So, we have the same thing. Through passe to 90 and flex. We turn in a little, out. Turn in a little bit, turn out, turn in a little bit, turn out. Really engage your hip sockets. Point, little higher, through passe. Little raise, through passe. We're really using our arms, through passe. Last time, through passe. Flex and point all the way down. Use every ounce of your toes. Good. Now we will do passe, little check, lower, développé. Down. Passe, little check for your stomach and abs. Passe, extend, lower. Little passe, uncheck, extend, and lower. Little passe, and check, extend, and lower. Now let's do grand battement. So 8 grand battements to the side, behind your shoulder. 1 and 2, 3, keeping the bottom leg still. 5, 6, 7, and the leg is turned out, the hips are turned out. Now through passe. 1, 2, keeping the knee up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, little stretch. Good. Okay, one last stretch that's really good for our turnout. Well, first is the butterfly, so you can do this and push your hips down. It's my least favorite stretch, but we have to do it anyway. It's okay. You can do close, a little bit further, and then the furthest one, which is the hardest, I think, for me. If you are able to, you keep one leg bent, and this is really good for turnout. If you can grab the inside of your foot and extend forward. Keep your back nice and straight. Yeah. Okay, and lower, and we'll do the other leg. Stretch, extend. Help to turn out your lower turnout. Good. All right, so we did front and side, and now I would usually, I'm going to warm up my back. So let's get into a froggy position, hopefully on your back, to relax your hips a little bit. Good. And we're going to press up, start to warm up your back, and come down. You can point your feet or flex your feet. Come up, and come down. And up. Keep those heels as close to the floor as you can. And down. And up. and down. Now with straight legs, we're going to just raise our spine. You can probably go a little further this way and try to keep your knees straight and your toes pointed. And up, and down, and up. Okay, good. So the next thing that I do is not only for getting our backs flexible, but also keeping them super strong. So please try this, be careful. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to keep your arms to the side, your elbows lead, and your arms come up as far as they can. You reach up, extend, and then come down with your arms nice and slowly, and you can bring them to a third position. And they do the same thing. Up, use your backs, come down, and lower. And up, use your backs, come down, and lower. You can do this as many times as possible. We will just do one more to be sure that our backs are nice and warm. And we'll hold it a little bit up here. And you can either do your swan lake arms, you can do regular arms, yes, but just try to hold it a little bit. If you can grab your feet, great. Stretch your backs. Come back up. Yes. Okay. The next portion of this back series happens through Tendu. So we raise Tendu to the back and lower. We raise side and lower. This is purely for turnout. So we keep our heels on the floor the whole time. Let's do 2 more. Up and lower and side and lower. Keep your backs and stomachs nice and long. Okay, now we'll do the other side. Up and lower and side and close. And up and lower, side and close. Come up and lower. 1 more. Okay. Good. Now, if you want to stretch your back, you can take one leg and you can bring it as far as you can, hopefully a little bit up, and carefully release it down. If you can grab your leg, bring it up. Carefully release and come down. Final back exercise. We are going to try to go up all together and hold and beat the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now use your arms if you can. Hold and lower. Okay, after that, we release our backs. I have to do a lot of back exercises because my lower back is always my biggest problem. So I have to strengthen all of the muscles that I can in my lower back. So now we're going to get on 4s, and we're going to release our hips and do like this, little extension. Come in, keeping a flat back as much as possible. This is good for your arabesques and hip strength. So you don't want to sit down. You want to stay up on top of your hips. And we'll do the other leg. Up and lower. Up and lower. Up, lower. Okay, and now we'll do some grandbattements to the back. So from Tendu, raise and lower. Raise, lower. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, sit back again. We can go into a little downward dog if you want to stretch and relax. Roll through your feet. You can bring one leg up and lower the other leg and lower, and you can stretch the front of your muscles this way. Sit into your hip, and we can do the other leg. Come through this way and stretch. And if you can, we rotate to this side and walk onto the other side and walk onto this side. And we'll come back and hopefully step up into just a stretch for your hamstrings. You can put your hands behind you. Okay, so that's the end of my conditioning portion. I'd love to do some, how are we doing? Okay. Good. All right. So the next portion of my daily exercise is going to be for the core. So you're welcome to stick around for that. Very important portion. All right. So we're going to start on our backs this way. And we're going to do 20 crunches like this, 20 like this, and then we're going to hold and reach for our heels, okay? And you can just keep following me and I'll call out what we're going to do next. So let's start with regular sit-ups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Turn out. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Come back up, stay up, and reach for your heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. Stay up. And we're going to open our hips without moving this. Really engaging our inner core. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, come down. Now we're going to put our heels up and we're going to go straight down and up. 2, long stomachs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, rest a little bit. Next ones, we're going to put one foot on top of the other knee and the opposite arm to this side. And we're going to crunch and try to connect these two. So 10 on this leg and 10 on the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, switch legs and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, rest a second. Let's see what time it is. We're almost there, almost getting there. So now we're going to keep the legs turned out and we're going to go one leg down and up and down and up. Don't let it touch the ground. Keep the knees straight and turned out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now you're going to be all the way down. 1, 2. Use your inner thighs as if you're doing Anchashakat. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Okay, good. Now we're going to go on one side, keep the leg in front, little rest for our abs, but we're going to work our inner thighs. Up, raise the bottom leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're going to do same thing on the other side. So, leg in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I hope we're doing okay. Last but not least, if you'd like to join me for probably the most important, I think, exercise, a plank. So we will do, and I'll put on a little timer, 1 minute regular, and then we will do some twists. We'll go to one arm, the other arm, then we'll come to a higher one. It will be about 3 minutes-ish, 3.5. Yeah, so let's try to do it. I'll put my timer on. Okay, let's go. And really engage your core, your tailbone. We're almost to 30 seconds. Almost there. A little bit more. heels together. 15 seconds left, and then we switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we change side to side. 2, 3, 4. "15 seconds of this. Now we go to one low arm. You can pulse this arm if you would like to really feel how your back is working. And then we're going to do 10 up and downs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go to the other side. Stay. 10 seconds like this. And we're going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 2 arms. Stay up and long and flat. Now we're going to raise our knees. In, in. And little circles with one leg. Stay up. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other leg. Up. 2. We're almost at 3 minutes. Try to go to one arm if you can. Stay up. 10 seconds. And the other side, 10 seconds. Last but not least, down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last, 8. Okay, and lower. Okay, that's hard. So, with that, that's really it that I do every single day. And now come closer. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too much or too little. So, now, if you guys want, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have either about the workout or about dancing. Can I do a splits tutorial? Sure, yeah, splits are super important. Oh my gosh, I don't think I actually did front splits. Very important. We can talk about those another time. You're so welcome. What's my diet? I'm a vegetarian. But other than that, when I'm hungry, I eat. Yeah, whatever it is that my body needs, I give it healthy nutrients. I do love ice cream as well, but I give it a lot of goodness, so that's important. Any advice for pirouettes on point, keeping the spot clear? Practice, practice, practice. Sometimes it helps to find a point in the room and just practice your spotting. So turn and leave your head and whip it around as soon as possible. Don't try to spin in your pirouettes. It's a balance, so work on that. I started my career in the Philippines at Ballet Manila and then moved to the Washington Ballet last year. I'm originally from Philadelphia. So there's that. What else? Oh, I love seeing all these students from the Washington School of Ballet. Yes, you can follow my personal account is at Katherine _Barkman, and you can connect with me there. as much as needed. I try to answer everybody. Let's see. What do I find frustrating people don't know about ballet? I don't find it frustrating. I think that it's important that we are constantly educating our audiences and inspiring them to love ballet as much as we do. You know, I think that's really important. How many hours do I train on my own each day? So, usually I have class in the morning at the company and then rehearsals. I like to do these exercises either before class or right at the end of my day when I'm nice and tired. So either a good warm-up or I try to split them out throughout the day. How many hours a week does Washington Ballet? Yes, we dance many hours a week, about 6 or 7 hours a day. It's quite a lot. How did I start professionally? Well, I was trained in the Vaganova system by my teacher in Pennsylvania. Her name was Nadia Pavlenko. And after that, at 18, I went to the Philippines and became a principal dancer at Ballet Manila, where I worked for about 4 years. And then after the USA IBC and the Varna IBC in 2018, I went to the Washington Ballet, where I am now. And it's a wonderful, wonderful home. So I had a little bit of an unconventional path, but everybody has their own path and their own experiences. So that was mine. When do I stretch? I always stretch before class. People joke that I'm always kind of stretching at some way. But definitely before class, definitely before rehearsals. Some people like to do an end of the day stretch. I also find that that's useful. And you can use different stretches at different times. So more advanced and active stretches maybe do when you're more warm. And you have other more basic stretches that will warm you up. So you have to decide what works for you. And everybody has a different body and different needs and different system. So you have to be creative and a little bit independent with how you choose to structure your day, if that makes sense. Yeah. I think that everybody has their own path. So if you find, things change and you can make your own decisions based on where you think you will grow the most. I think making decisions about growth is extremely important as a ballet dancer. Favorite role I have done? Well, I love the role of Aurora in Sleeping Beauty, which I performed last year at the Washington Ballet. I also love Swan Lake, which we are working on. And we'll get on stage soon after this is over at the Washington Ballet. You're so welcome for class. I'm so glad so many of you enjoyed it. Tips on extensions. Extensions are tricky because everybody thinks that it's a very sudden, wacky movement. And I find that working on extension is more of a gradual process, that you should be focusing more on alignment, placement, and the overall look of the position, not just getting your leg as high as possible. That will come with flexibility and strength training. The exercises I gave with the rotations, those might help you. Hope that helps. Yes, my personal account is Katherine_Barkman on Instagram, so you can find me there. Improving hyperextension. So there's a muscle right above your knee. There's no need to really bend into the knee and, completely hyperextend your leg, but keeping the quad, the thigh engaged above the knee will help you to keep your knees in a nice line. And that's a constant process, like everything in ballet. It's not a one-time fix. You have to keep applying. And soon you'll be able to think about it less, but it has to come from your head. Everything in ballet has come from my head. I wasn't gifted with an incredible ballet body, so I have to work a little bit double hard in order to get the lines and quality that I hope to achieve. So don't get discouraged by that. I dance a lot of principal roles. and at the Washington Ballet and internationally, so that's a wonderful experience. My favorite part of ballet class or performance? Well, I love the whole process of being a dancer because you get to, go inward and work on yourself as an artist, as a technician, as somebody who loves what they do. But then you also get this whole other experience where you get to give that very selflessly to a large group of people, which is so rare. So I think it's really a special job that we have to create beauty and then go beyond our own fear and insecurity in order to share that with as many people as we can. So you have to be quite fearless and brave. Working on alignment is constant thought, so continuous attention to the detail and placement of your body and finding exercises that allow you to build, that square. And from that square, then you can, begin experimenting with more movement. The most important lesson learned that changed my life. I think it was how to stay motivated when no one was watching, and I think that also applies to the situation that we're in now. It's who are you when no one's watching, when you're not on stage, when you're not dancing, and going inward and reflecting on your own growth. You actually wind up having more to say and to give as an artist to the world because you're not motivated by trying to please or impress or needing validation and affirmation for your own work. You are self-sustained in your inspiration in the sense that you just love what you do, and that's enough. It's enough for you to not need to impress or not need applause. It's how do you move forward and improve, because that's what you want to bring to the world. It's a more selfless thing that I have learned, and I continue to remind myself. It's not easy. Let's see. What else? We will be saving this video. We will definitely try. I think I realized I wanted to be a professional dancer when I knew from a young age I always wanted to dance, but I think the dream became very solid when I was about 14 or 15, when I started serious training. That's when I thought it was okay, this is actually possible. Because I came from a very small school and a very small town in Pennsylvania where becoming a ballerina wasn't really an option. So I had to work very diligently and kind of in the dark at times about how I would make it or if it was possible to make it. It was kind of a blind faith, that just got to give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, then we'll go from there. But I didn't ever let the possibility of not becoming a professional dancer deter me from pursuing it nonetheless, because I was going to learn something from it one way or another. So just go for it, right? You never know. Have I dealt with body dysmorphia, etc.? Yes, and I think that's a wonderful question to ask. I think a lot of dancers struggle with this, even though we don't always talk about it. Yeah, I have, and still do at times, have an issue with body dysmorphia, and I always have to remind myself that my body is not like anybody else's, and that's something that I should celebrate and be grateful for, that I have a healthy, strong body that can learn anything, that can do whatever I put my mind to. So you have to turn it around and take your body as something that you can mold to. It has to excite you. The possibility of growth and the possibility of improvement shouldn't deter you. It should excite you and make you want to get in the studio and work even harder. So that's kind of how I've dealt with it and continue to deal with it. I hope that that helps, and we shouldn't be afraid to talk about it either. I hope I could guest teach places. I think it's a wonderful thing. I love sharing the knowledge from my teachers, but I'm also learning quite a lot every day. Let's see. The piece of advice I could offer to aspiring dancers. I think it would be to challenge your mindset. So when you have something in front of you, especially about yourself or your technique or your body, that you feel like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm not, I can't do 7 pirouettes, or my leg isn't to my head, and I don't look like this girl or this girl or this girl or boy, whatever. Bring yourself back to the fact that you can do anything. You can find a way to make it happen. You're going to have to work hard. It's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to come right away, but that's good. Nothing worthwhile will come to you easy, and that's an amazing thing. We have to learn patience and humility and grit. Do not ever give up just because something isn't coming as fast as you want it to. Everybody's on their own speed. Everybody's at their own time and pace. And you need to trust your own process and your own dreams. Be brave, be bold, be authentic, go inward, strive, learn, grow from everyone you watch. And just remember to always come from a place of joy, because the world does not need any more negativity, egos, dramas. Get past that, leave it at the stage door, leave it at the studio door, and just move on. Move on with joy and integrity and grace. And, we can say all of these incredible things, but we also have to put our boots on tight and do it. Live it out. Don't just think about being brave, but actually go do something brave. Don't just think about getting better. Actually go get better and put the work in. So with that, I think we'll end on that little note, and I'm also going to go take class now. So I'm going to try to save this video. You can also follow my IGTV on my Instagram, and there are some coming, and also there's stretch and strengthening videos that you can follow along. Message me if you need anything. Please take care of yourselves. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay home, be with your family, read books, go outside, do all the things, and keep moving, keep being brave. The bravest thing we can do right now is just to strive while no one's watching. So let's all do that together, and I will see you soon. Bye.